All right. Listen, the season is upon us. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to send this link out to everybody in the chat, everyone who's around, Cowboys and Coffee. Listen, let's start with this. Like, share, subscribe. If you're watching the Cowboys and Coffee, like, share, subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. We want to stay in touch with you and have a lot of fun this season and go over day by day. And I'm ready, baby. Like I'm as ready as we're gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, we need football.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And the way the NFL is set up now, we have a Thursday, Friday, Tuesday afternoon, Monday between 3 and 6. We basically have it 7 days a week, games going on, if we like it or not.
Yeah. And all you have to do is pay $1 million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. So I'm going to put this out right now to everybody who's out there. A couple of people have been asking about it. We're live, and the season is started. John Pinto said 41-7 Eagles, go Birds. And that's insane. Do you think the Cowboys are scoring 7 points tomorrow with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and Ferguson? And we'll see.
That's the only number that is good for is zip code. That's about it.
Listen, if the Cowboys only score 7 points, I will wear a Micah Parsons jersey out on Saturday. Friday's my day off. I will wear a Micah Parsons jersey out all day if the Cowboys only score 7 points. Abe Pickens suspended? No, I don't know where that Facebook thing came from that George Pickens was suspended.
No, it's not true.
It's not true at all.
It's not true.
I looked at it why are people doing that?
Yeah, well, we're going to find suspension when he gets 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. But anyways, that's besides the point.
All right, game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's start before we get into tomorrow's game. Let's talk about he who shall not be named, the clown in chief. The knucklehead is now a cheesehead. Micah Parsons is gone. We're done with the clown show. If that's the case, any Facebook pictures, John, you got it. I promise you Friday, there will be pictures of me if the Cowboys only score 7 points Thursday night. Micah Parsons is gone. He's out of town, and good riddance because I don't think anyone wants the clown show that was Micah Parsons around anymore. It seemed to be that the coaches and everyone had moved on, and it's time to move on.
Yeah, I think there was the whole scenario was too much drama. And I know Jerry loves drama. He loves the name out there. But I think Parsons within the locker room, it was put up with, but not liked.
Yeah, and
he came to play. It's not like he didn't.
Of course,
he came to play.
We still wish we had a great player like Micah Parsons. But to put it all on Jerry, and we have been very critical of Jerry.
Yeah.
The whole offseason. David Mulugeta went on first take, was like, oh, well, Micah wanted to be a Cowboy, then why the trade request? Then why the sit-in? Why laying down the table? You know, the Cowboy, you came back and said, oh, we'll make a deal. And then the Cowboy said, play in your 5th-year option or leave. If he wanted to be a Cowboy, he would be a Cowboy. He wouldn't have asked to move on. So he's gone. And I'm not going to pretend like, oh, we got better day one because of him. That's not what this is about. What this is about is actually opening up the Cowboys window to contend, where you're not paying one player who is an exceptional player. We're not saying he's not. We take that, and now we're going to have 3 players because of it. One, you get Kenny Clark, who's an excellent run defender. Excuse me. Whoa. You get the run defender there, and you get 2 picks in the next 2 drafts, which are great drafts. So that's what the Cowboys are at. They now are able to either, they don't have a 3rd rounder because of George Pickens, but now they have 2 firsts and a 2nd. So you can either package up the 2 firsts to move up, or you can say, okay, well, we'll just take 2 first-round talents here. Or no, they have the ability to do that now that they didn't have before, plus the financial flexibility to re-sign Hunter Lupke. They're going to re-sign Tyler Smith to make those things. And people say, well, you could have done that anyway. Well, now you have more to do it with. It's not, well, I'd rather have it instead of Micah Parsons. It is what it is. You have to move on.
Well, are we going to be better in the run because he's not there and got Clark? No. The whole scheme, we have a better coaching staff, a better staff that is united with the players. And that's let's see 16, 17 games. One game, we lose tomorrow night, whatever. I don't care if you get blown out or not going ball. You're going to be pissed off the next day. I get all that. But I want big picture. They talk about big picture. Let's see this game one, get after it to the rivals, and we're going to go in Friday morning, either happy as can be or pissed off. We understand.
Right, one or the other.
One or the other.
I think the line right now is 7.5 points,
Which is high.
which is high for a divisional game.
Yes, it is.
And a week one game. You know, if this was week 13 and the Cowboys are out of it, the Eagles are steamrolling, I'd probably feel a little better about the Eagles covering that number. If I were a betting man, I'd probably say the Cowboys are within a score and the Eagles maybe put them away late. I still think the Eagles win. I still think the Eagles are the favorites for the Super Bowl.
Of course.
I wouldn't think anything less. I think they are.
They have big advantages. They're veterans. They've been there before. They played well. You know, they all have the thumbs up and stuff.
Listen,
but this is a rivalry game.
That's the thing,
division, and somebody's going to get their head taken off. This is what we're hoping for.
And I think the Cowboys have seen the Eagles in this current iteration, and they played them tough last year. I'm not suggesting that they were that they almost won. I think they played them tough last year. Now the Cowboys are healthy. Trey Diggs is going to play. Tyler Guyton's going to play. Right, we're going to see the Cowboys run game with Tyler Booker at right guard. Obviously Pickens is back. Ferguson is healthy. CeeDee Lamb is now healthy. I'm not suggesting the Cowboys are blowing their doors off, but I'm suggesting, yes, the Cowboys can win. I don't think they will, but I think they can. But I do think they do make it a good game. I don't think it's a blowout week one.
Well, a few years ago, 40-0 Giants.
Right.
Listen, nobody's anticipating that. That was, a whole different game, whole different era with different people. 40-0 first game of the year was insane. Game one, we were playing our rivals. The best thing for us was the Eagle game.
Right.
Best thing for us.
Get someone.
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone today that said, different for the Eagles now because they have a target on their back. You're Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys are going to see their rivals just won a Super Bowl, game one, and they got to come out and play hard. This is a big test of Schottenheimer, who I think Schotty has said everything right this offseason. Everything right. And I've been blown away by how well he's handled the press, the media, working under Jerry Jones, the foolishness of Micah Parsons, all these things, and he's handled it well. And I think that sets the line for the coaching staff, that sets the tone for the players. Now I need to see them week one. What do they do week one? I need these guys to be emotionally ready, right? I need them to be prepared in their playbooks, and I need them to come out and play well. And above all, I think I need to see good play calling from Schotty. That's what I think. If I'm most worried about anything week one, it's Schottenheimer's play calling for offense.
Yes, and I'm worried about Dak doing too much. Forcing the issue to Pickens, forcing it to Lamb, forcing it. And that's my gut feeling there because of the passing, the receivers that he's got. Run the ball, set up the pass, take the clock, the clock, get 33 minutes, give me 27 points in 33 minutes. Game over with.
Listen, I would love that too. The Cowboys need to be physical with the physical team, right? They have a good front seven, the Eagles do, obviously. Cowboys have the youngest offensive line tied with the Jets. I think their combined age for their 5 stars is 121 for all 5 starters.
Yeah, I think they're one of the youngest teams in the league.
They are.
Yeah.
And even their backups are young, right?
Yeah.
Rock Hoffman, TJ Bass, right? They've got young backups too. So the question is, can those young players do what they need to do? CeeDee Lamb is fantastic. We know that he's one of the best receivers in the NFL. We also have George Pickens. George Pickens is under, I don't think a lot of pressure, but he's on this 1-year deal. He has a chance to make himself a lot of money this year. At the very least, he has the opportunity to really, really make himself look good and get a big deal. Was it the quarterback play or lack thereof in Pittsburgh that made him seem like a diva. It made him seem like he couldn't, get the most out of his talent. Or was it just him not being able to do it? We're going to find out very quickly because Dak has the ability to throw the ball deep, and he has another number one receiver to take the coverage off, and a tight end, and what we hope is a decent offensive line. So George Pickens has some questions to answer too. Well,
does he go 2 games with 6 catches? If Neighbors goes 2 games with 6 catches, you're going to have a problem in the locker room.
If the Cowboys
Neighbors goes two games with 6 catches, that 3rd game he's going to the press, and that's why I don't like that coaching staff on the Giants. I think the Giants are better. Spencer doesn't think so. I think they're better.
Yeah. They're definitely better.
Yeah.
You just added Abdul Carter Jr., who I think is a legitimate defensive end prospect. Or it's just still a prospect. They haven't played a game yet. I think he can legitimately give them a very scary front four when they're pass rushing. Dexter Lawrence, probably the best or one of the best at the very least defensive tackles in the league, right? Brian Burns out there. Yeah. Then you throw Kayvon Thibodeau, who didn't have a great year last year, but now stack him with 1, 2, 3, and Abdul Carter Jr.
Right.
Now you have talent on pass rushing downs to really get after that. You don't have to send any extra blitzers. And you've improved your quarterback play for the Giants as well. So I think the Giants are under natural pressure because their head coach and their GM have not performed well since
I think
they're
knuckleheads myself. I think they're knuckleheads.
But you have now Jackson Dart, which John Mara doesn't like to move on coach to coach, and he's done that every few years now because they made bad coaching hires. But Dable has his guy now in Jackson Dart, who he has picked, and they're going to try and groom him. If what's best case scenario for the Giants is doesn't play it down this year, Russ gets them to the playoffs. They play well. Maybe you win a playoff game or lose, but you're close, and you can hand the reins off to Jackson Dart next year like a Mahomes and Alex Smith years ago. That's best case scenario. If they're out of the playoffs late, you throw Jackson Dart and start to get him some wear. And
is he Eli Manning?
He's way more athletic than Eli Manning.
Well, I don't care about athletic.
And he's more physically.
Eli did not play like a rookie.
That's fair.
See that, and that's what they're expecting. I don't care for the coaching staff. They're idiots to let Barkley go. That's why I don't think they know what they're doing.
But you get
26-year-old running back, you let it go.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It was a poor decision. But you look at it all comes off the quarterback situation they were handled in the first place. They're handed Daniel Jones. He wins a playoff game. You go with Daniel Jones. Say, this is a guy who can do it. He showed us that. And then he regressed. And you have to kind of figure out how you can – are you going to sign a running back when he doesn't really line up with your competitive timeline? You're sinking money into a running back at that point, which doesn't line up.
Well, he was your best player.
Of course. But, with these teams, the way you get stuck in mediocrity is that you don't have a team that builds and grows together. You have guys in these different timelines.
Right.
It doesn't work out.
Right.
You're never there.
Yeah. Or the teams get old together.
Correct. The Giants, Saquon, of course, he's best running back in the NFL. He's not running for 2,000 yards last year behind the Giants' offensive line. He probably wouldn't do that this year either. The offensive line still needs help. Evan Neal, I don't know how he's still on a roster. Forget starting. I mean, now they've moved him to guard, and he stinks there too.
They moved him to guard.
Yeah, and he's even the offseason he's been getting beat man up.
No way.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough. That's the big thing for the Giants. How's the offensive line hold up? Andrew Thomas, I know, is still dealing with lingering injuries, so I don't know if he's going to play week 1. Evan Neal is not good. The offensive line has to really solidify in front of Russ because if he's running all season, then it will be a long season for the Giants. It'll be one of those seasons that just feels like forever. It'll be similar to a Jets season where the defense plays really well and the offense can either put up points or they'll make you rip your hair out. That's my opinion for the Giants.
Yeah.
We start with the Eagles. I think Eagles are Super Bowl favorites.
Sure.
I would bet on if I were a betting man, I would bet on the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Now the Commanders. The Commanders have Jaden Daniels coming back. Austin Eckler's in the backfield. What does Austin Eckler give you? Or Ja'Cory Crocker, Smith, whatever.
Well, they got rid of the other guy who was a banger, Robinson, right?
Brian Robinson Jr. Yeah, had a little fumbling issue, but you.
I'm shocked on that one.
Can't hold on to the ball. What does Dan Quinn do in year 2?
that defense better play well, or because what's going to happen is their quarterback's going to get banged around by throwing the football.
They went and got Debo, and they re-signed Terry McLaurin. So what then happens? What happens next?
I'm a Terry McLaurin fan. I love the guy. I'm a Cowboy guy. I love him. Debo, don't trust him at all. No.
They're relying on young talent,
Yeah.
Josh Connolly. They did get, oh my gosh, who's the tackle they got? The offensive tackle.
Tinsel.
Laramie Tunsil. They got him, which should help.
Yeah.
You drafted Connolly, a tackle, should help.
Yeah.
That Trey Amos, a cornerback. Let's see what he does. There's and the guy I was talking about, running back Corey Krosky Merritt. But we'll see. The defense has to step up.
I didn't see them improving though. Then Debo does not improve them. I don't think he improved.
Not
if they had him
stage
3
of
years
his career,
ago, yeah, 3 years ago, I got him. Now he's just an injury away, and I look as fast as him.
Yeah, I get that.
But I didn't see where they improved.
Yeah,
Tinsel.
They signed Javon Kinlaw, who hasn't been great. Wagner's a year older.
Yeah.
There, we'll see.
Wagner shouldn't be playing anymore. Yeah.
Right. I mean, hey, he's a veteran presence. What
Hall of
can he
Famer.
do? Of course.
Yeah.
People throw around first ballot Hall of Famer a lot. He deserves to be first ballot Hall of
Because
Famer.
he's six or seven time
He's
All Pro.
unbelievable. Great Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
All Pro.
Never hear a negative thing about him.
No, and what's a shame is Richard Sherman's borderline Hall of Fame. I think he'll eventually get in. Earl Thomas should have been in if he didn't ruin the back half of his career.
Yeah.
If he had played a couple more years and stacked on another Pro Bowl or two,
Right.
he would be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's how great he was.
Yeah.
And then Cam Chancellor, who is no slouch. Jeremy Lane was no slouch. Those guys were awesome. You still have
Is
Bruce
Cam
Irvin.
Chancellor in jail? Is he in jail? I thought he got in trouble.
Cam Chancellor.
I love that defense. Yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
So,
and they could have won another Super Bowl if they ran the football. That's all. Run the football.
yeah, nothing for Cam Chancellor.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean they're a great team. What can Dan Quinn do with that defense? Because that's what separates them from the other contenders in the NFC. Their defense is just
because the
not
quarterback's
good.
legit. He's
legit.
legit.
Of course. And here's the worst part. Here's the worst part about Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts. Yeah. They're great guys.
Yeah, they are.
And I hate it. Okay, I hate it. I hate that they're good, godly men who love the Lord, who work hard. You know why? Because I can't really root against them as people, right? Ryan Leaf, you could root against because he was a sucky person. He was a jerk.
Yeah.
Right? You could root against him in a second. I'd be like, man, I hope that guy loses every single second. Jeff George, I hope that guy forever loses.
And the Chicago Bear one, what was his name? He was the Bear, and with the Dolphins.
Oh, Jay Cutler. I hope they lose.
Jerk faces.
Right? Jamarcus Russell. I hope those guys lose forever. Bums.
Cutler, man, he was something.
Sometimes Cam Newton could come off that way. You're like, man, I hope this guy loses.
Yeah.
But these guys are great guys. Someone say, hey, guys. Hey, is that Mom? Hey, Mom.
Hi, hon.
So the Commanders have to take that step forward because, you have the Rams who added Devontae Adams, who are right there with the Eagles at the end of the NFC Championship game last year. Yeah. Could have beaten them.
Yeah.
And they were there. I'm not saying that they should have, but they were in there. They were right there. They've improved. You still have the NFC North now. The Packers with Micah Parsons. You have the Vikings who have an excellent defense.
So let me give you a mom story with a Dallas Cowboys story. So they're doing the Pro Bowls game, and they're going through all the players on the NFC Pro Bowl list. And Mommy kept saying, what do you want me to, I said, watch this guy. You got to wait. They're going to show you this guy. He's on the Cowboys. His name is Randy White. Watch what he does. What do I need to watch? I said, Watch what he does to the players. So all of a sudden, you see Randy White. He's standing there in line, and he's playing the Eagles, and it's cold, and his breath is coming out, and he bull rushes both those players. And Mommy goes, "Oh my God, how could he do that? How can he do that? That's impossible. He's pushing those guys back." I go, "That's right. He's a manster."
There you go.
Yep.
I'm just ready for football to be back. Like I'm
I'm going to get into college football too.
It's been a good year
Yep.
already, man. There's going to be some. I'm telling you, Mom said that was crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great draft. You know, Cowboys have 2 picks, and I know they're not value picks, so to speak, but like Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, might be the best player in college football. That's how good he is.
You know, and again, and like I said before, you don't know where the Packers are going to be. Their first rounder, it's a first round pick. You know what I mean? So I'll take it. I'm going to take it. And listen, if we get out of that first round and pick a third and a fourth, I'll take that too.
You come out of the first round with Caleb Downs to be your new starting safety, and he's better than Kyle Hamilton. I'll tell you that. That's how good he is.
No.
He can do anything. Kyle Hamilton. I think that Kyle Hamilton is by far the best safety in football. Right? I don't think there's anyone really in his stratosphere. I think as a prospect coming out, I don't think Caleb Downs would be that good to start the NFL, but I think as a prospect, Caleb Downs is better than that.
Is he big?
I have to check his size, but he's a baller. Yeah. And then Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame.
Really?
He's unbelievable. Give me those guys, and we will cook. So Caleb Downs, let me look up Caleb Downs here real quick. Caleb Downs.
Because I can see him going safety.
6 foot 205.
Okay, yeah, he's solid.
He is nasty. He's one of the best. He's the best prospect since Kyle Hamilton, and Kyle Hamilton is great and was a great prospect. So we wanted him in Dallas, but he didn't make it there. He was fantastic.
Yeah, I'll have to watch him.
He's nasty. So, but that's the thing. You have 2 first-round picks now. Now is when Dallas can afford to take a running back in the first round because you have 2 first-rounders.
Gotcha.
You have that ability to take one. And you say, well, you don't have a first rounder, a third rounder. Yeah, but you have this extra pick in a first. The 2 guys at quarterback will probably be top of the draft. Just played last week. Klubnik from Clemson and Nussmeier from LSU. Those should be top picks 1 and 2.
And they're one of the youngest teams in the league, the Cowboys.
Yeah, they are. And also,
Mr. Lance Johnson, he's due to say retire. Okay, he's
Lane
not
Johnson.
Yeah, I heard Lance. Lane Johnson, which is awesome. Which he moved before the snap, by the way.
Correct.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. He moved out before the snap.
Yeah. Actually, another guy who's going to be the top 3 picks will probably all be quarterbacks. South Carolina, Lenoris Sellers. Keep an eye on this kid. 6'3", 240, built like a freight train. And, they compare him to a little more athletic Big Ben.
Yeah.
Those are your top 3 picks in the draft this year. And whenever there's quarterbacks at the top of the draft, it helps throw the other talent down the draft. You need those.
Let me explain to you about quarterbacking in any era. I can give you the Steve Youngs, Fran Tarkenton's. These guys were great runners. I mean, Steve Young was his run. Some of those runs are incredible. Fran Tarkenton scrambling. But I'm going to give you the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks ever could not run, like Johnny Unitas,
Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Those guys said Frankenstein. They're Frankensteins,
right?
And they're the top. Dan Marino run.
No.
Dan Faust run. So I don't care about athleticism.
But although those guys can ball, they can play. Yeah. And I think you're seeing now. I mean, look at the Colts are starting. They didn't just say Daniel Jones is a starter. They said Daniel Jones is a starter for the season. Oh, he's going to start, and we'll see how he plays. No, he is the starter. Anthony Richardson. I mean, he's got to go somewhere. There's got to go somewhere else.
Yeah. No offense to McCarthy. Okay, the name McCarthy. Okay, no offense to it, right? But How many starts did the Michigan guy have?
JJ McCarthy?
Yeah.
A whole season at least.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
They don't work out. I'm sorry. He's the USC.
No.
Yeah, he's the US. What's my when Pete Carroll said he needed to stay?
Mark Sanchez.
He's Mark Sanchez. Don't tell me he's going to do well. Limited starts.
He started 11 games as a freshman, 14 games as a sophomore,
Okay.
15 games as a
Okay, he
junior.
played more. I didn't think.
That's-
What was
that's-
his senior year numbers though? What was his senior year numbers? How many touchdowns?
22.
22.
22 and 4.
22 and 4. What was his other years?
22 and 5. And his rookie year, he's only 5 and 2. But his senior year, 72.3% completion percentage.
Let's see. They were better than I thought.
Led in air yards per attempt.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that to me is that those are the guys.
He
that do it.
started 3 years, 4 years, whatever. Okay, I thought it was 1 year. That's why we got.
And Spence said Anthony Richardson's only chance is to go to the Rams and let McVay coach him up. And the Rams have been looking for a couple of years now for that bridge from Matthew Stafford. They don't really care about picks, so they're a team who's going to I see them trading up for a quarterback this year. I wouldn't take Anthony Richardson because I don't have the time to try and develop this kid. The problem is Anthony Richardson needs snaps to develop, and he's not going to get snaps behind Matt Stafford unless he gets hurt. And if he does, you're out of luck. Like he's in a rough situation. Like you got to go places where they can afford to give you snaps. That's why you saw the improvement of Sam Darnold, of Baker Mayfield, of Geno. Even though they weren't great at first, they were getting snaps to play.
Let's see what McCarthy does this year, right? But let me explain something to you. The quarterbacking position, you have to spend 4 years doing it to develop the, because you can't go. There's no developing in unless you. It's a throwing league. If you can't develop in a throwing league, you're in trouble.
Which is why I don't trust Justin Fields with the Jets. He hasn't shown us anything.
Disaster. No.
Can he?
Yeah.
This is what I think. This is the question I have for Justin Fields. Can he give you 25 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing touchdowns?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
And those are Jalen Hurts numbers.
Right.
And Jalen Hurts is throwing to
an
excellent tight end, 2 excellent wide receivers, the best offensive line in football, best running back in football.
Yeah.
And that's what he does.
And that's what he does.
Right.
All around him, all around Super Bowl rated winner, overrated Super Bowl winner.
But my point is, even Jalen Hurts had snaps.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy had snaps. Dak Prescott had snaps.
Yes,
These guys were starters and players. Dak Prescott led that team to be number 1 in the nation in college. Right? And they're bums without him. Right. Brock Purdy had Iowa State. They were competitive, man. Right. They were nasty. Jalen Hurts, we obviously we saw at Oklahoma and then at Alabama.
Right.
He's competitive. They're winners, right? Yeah. Those are the guys I want on my team. Those are the guys I want on my team. Guys, even Kellen Moore stuck around for years. And he had a wet noodle for an arm, right? They stick around because they throw the ball, they play. Anthony Richardson, that whole COVID draft was horrific.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett and Willis, it was so bad. Yeah. So bad. A couple of years. Trey Lance, like they're just
Is
nothing.
he in the league?
He's on the Chargers.
Really? What a bum.
Who cares?
They're picking him up.
Great. I mean, good for him. He's still in the league, but what will he ever be?
I couldn't believe it. They didn't give a 4th rounder for him.
Why even waste a pick? You might as well open up a phone book and pick someone with a 4th round pick rather than trade it for Trey Lance. It was silly.
Yellow pages, by the way.
Yeah. With the 4th round pick, the Cowboys select
somebody plumbing.
AAA plumbing service.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna go through Cowboys schedule right here, right now. I want you to tell me wins and losses for the Cowboys. And then we'll see where they're at end of the year. Cowboys, Eagles, win or loss. In Philly,
Loss.
loss. Cowboys Giants in Dallas.
Win.
Cowboys Bears in Chicago.
Win.
Cowboys Packers in Dallas.
I'm going to give them a loss.
Cowboys Jets.
Win.
Cowboys Panthers.
Win.
Cowboys Commanders in Dallas.
Win.
Cowboys Broncos in Denver.
Denver.
Cardinals Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Cowboys Raiders.
Cowboys.
Cowboys Eagles in Dallas, November 23rd.
They're going to win that one.
Cowboys Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Cowboys Lions.
Cowboys.
Cowboys Vikings at home.
Cowboys.
Cowboys Chargers.
I'm going to give the Chargers a win.
Cowboys Commanders
I'll give that's Christmas
in
Day.
Washington.
Merry
Christmas
Christmas. A loss for the Commanders.
Cowboys Giants January 4th.
I'll give the Giants a win because the Cowboys will lock it up there.
That's 10-7.
It's 10-7.
10-7.
What's that? 10-7. Yeah.
Let me see. No, I'm going to do win-loss. I'm going to look at it right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 9-8 conservatively.
Really?
Yeah, some games. I'm gonna say 10-7. I'm gonna say 10-7 too, because there's always a game that you can't pick every favorite to win every game. There's some games where they lose.
Right.
You know that their people get
Yeah.
injured. Sometimes when you're picking stuff, and actually, what I'm actually pretty good at is picking the NCAA tournament brackets. Throughout the last 4 years, I've been top 98 percentile or better. 1 year I was 99.4%, top 99.4%. Because sometimes the better team loses, and you have to pick the better team losing. You just have to. And sometimes, like a game like Cowboys Broncos in Denver, should Dallas win that against maybe the best defense in the NFL? No. Could they win it against a Broncos team that, while we're not talking about your growth chart, we're not talking about your growth chart when you were a baby, Paul. Thanks, Mom. Could the Cowboys win that game? Of course they can. They can throw the ball deep. They can score a couple things. They can keep it tight. Make things difficult for a younger quarterback. And yeah, they could win in Denver. And then they could lose a game that they should win.
Well, I got a couple bets. I got Dawn Edwards, who's an Eagles fan, tomorrow. And then I have Mrs. Capone's husband lunch bet too. So
What's that bet?
That's the Broncos game.
Oh,
He's a big Broncos fan.
well, I'm picking to win the Broncos game to make you feel better. Mom said 99th percentile for the growth chart. That's insane. And it's insane because my 3 sons are all in that stage as well. So, yeah. Yeah. Fun story. I was doing chapel today here for our nursery preschool, and we do it for our 4-year-olds there, and my son Zeus is there. And I was telling the story about Jonah and the whale and how they wanted to throw Jonah over. He said, "Throw me overboard." So I went to pick up a kid to throw him overboard, and I said, "Zuzu, can I use you?" He said, "No." And honestly, thank God he said no, because I would not have been able to lift him up and picked him up. I picked up another small kid and picked him up arm and leg and picked him up, put him back down, no problem. If I tried that with Zeus, I'd probably be in a body cast right now, throwing out my back or something. For real, I'd be walking like on
How
one
much
side.
is he weighing now?
70 pounds.
70.
He's 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's 4 years old. And he is built like...
So when he's 6, he'll be 6 foot tall?
Let's hope so.
Oh.
He's built like a Chinook helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we both say 10-7 for the Cowboys. I think they're either just inside or just outside the playoffs. It's going to be a tough slog in the division. You can't.
It's the best division in sport in NFL.
You can't go 2-4
No,
and expect to make the playoffs.
no,
You have to be at least 3-3. You have to split.
right,
You either need to take both Giants games, split with the Commanders,
right.
or you have to split across the board, right? That's just to break even and go 3-3 in the division.
See, the thing with Dak is he plays well against the East.
He sure does.
He plays very well.
Spencer is not better than the NFC North. You have the Bears, who we don't know what the Bears are. Right? We see them year after year. They're okay.
They're all taking a step back.
Packers.
They're all taking a step back. I mean, Packers,
Vikings, Lions. Lions, I think, take a step back.
They're all taking a step back.
I think the Lions take a step back without
the
Matt
Packers.
Johnson.
The Packers, obviously, were Parsons
and Golden, sure.
Yeah.
AFC West is also very good. Well, the Raiders are the Raiders, but the Chiefs, obviously, the Chargers are competitive. The Broncos will be very good.
Can Jim Harbaugh cheat in the NFL like he did in Michigan?
The drive.
Okay.
Bill Belichick did.
Yeah, Bill Belichick did. That's right.
And, did I sleep well because Bill Belichick got blown out in his first collegiate game the other night? Yes, I did. Did I sleep even better knowing that Bill Belichick probably had a horrible night's sleep? Yeah, I did too.
Well, I'm going to remember some years ago up in Buffalo, the Patriots blew him out the first game. And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, he doesn't have Tom Brady quarterbacking in North Carolina, though.
No, the whole thing is stupid.
Yeah. Bill Belichick's starting quarterback is the same age as his girlfriend.
Oh, that's okay. That's a nice number, huh? That's a good number, huh?
Fellas, don't worry if you're single and you haven't found the one that you love, because maybe she's not born yet. Maybe you have to wait till you're 49, like Bill Belichick, to find a woman for you. 49 years old. 49 years old. Till she was born.
Yeah.
Sick, man. Anyway, I'm glad that loser is losing. And whatever deal that Bill Belichick had with the devil is coming back in full and taking his, man. Because
we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know if you can discipline college that you can do the pros. We'll see what happens.
It's not the same game. It's not the same game. And one likes to say, "Oh, well, the NFL coaches go college." It's a different beast. We'll see, though. We'll see. Anyway, Cowboys 10-7. We both agree. We both feel like the Cowboys go 10-7 this year. I think we both think the Cowboys lose a close one tomorrow, and then we go from there. And I think we're all happy. I think Dak said it best. We're happy the situation with Micah Parsons is over. We're moving on. We're all done with that. I guess I have a question for you, and I have a question for anyone who's watching. What do I do with my Micah Parsons jersey?
Yeah, you have one for the little fella too, right? Is that what you
said? Yeah. Forget the little fella. What do I do with my Micah Parsons jersey?
Because I don't want to. Jill said we should have a burning contest for the uniform.
I would love to burn a Micah Parsons jersey. Now I'm going to hold off until Friday because John Pinto, I told him if the Cowboys only score 7 points, I will wear on Friday a Micah Parsons jersey all over town. I will take pictures in it all over Norwalk and New Canaan. Donate it, Pastor Paul. I'm not donating some. That's like the shirts that get donated to like poor kids who think the Bills won 4 Super Bowls straight in the 90s. Great, that's awesome. They think they're the best team ever. Yeah. I'm not donating a Micah Parsons jersey. Burn it, and I won't burn an effigy, but I'll burn the jersey. Yeah, that's what I think. I'll hold on to it, and then we'll see. But I think a video of a Micah Parsons jersey burning might very well be coming soon.
Well, they traded back Dwayne Thomas. Who knows?
I don't want Mike Parsons back. I don't care if he comes for free.
Yeah. Him
and his agent come back and say, please, we'll pay you.
Didn't imagine that they traded. The Patriots got rid of him back to the Cowboys. The commissioner came and said, yeah, we'll scratch that and go back to the Cowboys.
My mom.
And Lily said he didn't even know he was missing.
Mom said she would buy the Micah Parsons jersey. Wow. Sure, it's limited edition now because they ain't making any new ones. So,
where do you get money to buy that?
$250 you could have that Micah Parsons jersey. As soon as you're my mom, I'll cut you a deal $249.99.
Yeah,
so that's on sale. So, all right. Listen, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. to our Cowboys and Coffee channel here on YouTube. You'll find us on Instagram, Cowboys and Coffee Podcast. We're there with constant updates on what's going on. We do the podcast once a week here. We'll definitely have one posted the first Cowboys game.
Yeah.
Probably this weekend.
Yeah.
Woo, excuse me. And then we'll have it this weekend, and then we'll get back to the weekly grind. We also just post constant content online. What we think we're doing. You could find us. It's super simple. Right on IG. We have a lot of different things. One of the recent ones I posted, who's your favorite quarterback and number 88 wide receiver combo?
Well, Starbuck, the Parsons. I know the others. The others won 3 Super Bowls, but Pearson.
I'm obviously
Pearson was clutch. You can't get any more clutch than that.
Bring Spencer on. He's great. Some clown said bring Spencer on. He's great. Must be a circus there. For me, it's Troy and Michael because they're the guys I grew up with. One thing we also posted recently was Jeremy Lin retired.
Jeremy Lin, yeah.
What Cowboy had a great Linsanity run or a moment? The Cowboys had Patrick Jeffers for a year. He then goes to the Panthers and then has a 1,000-yard receiving season with Mushin Muhammad, and then blows his knee out and never comes back ever again. Percy Howard, his only catch in his career was a touchdown in the
Super Bowl. Yep.
Clint Longley helps the Cowboys beat the Redskins on Thanksgiving Day in '74. Then punches Roger Staubach, I think, the next year, and basically run out of the team and doesn't really play again. And then the real one is LaRon Robinson. LaRon Robinson in 2011 had 858 yards, 11 touchdowns.
11 touchdowns,
signs a 5-year, $32.5 million contract. Gets a concussion next year. His career's over.
It's over with, yeah.
That's a run.
He got his money and he was gone. That was it.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
He got his money. I wonder what he's doing.
Listen, he made generational wealth.
How much money would he make?
It's a 5-year, $32.5 million contract. Now, I don't think he got all that, but he definitely got guaranteed money. He's definitely a multimillionaire. Yeah. And he's done pretty well.
He could be broke.
He could be broke. Absolutely. And
we'll look him up later.
Yeah, we'll look up where he's at. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys back here next week. Go Cowboys. Hopefully we're chuckling and smiling, 1-0 after week 1. If not, I won't really be upset if the Cowboys lose tomorrow. I think I'd be upset if they were embarrassed they didn't show up. That would annoy me. I don't expect them to win. So that means they probably will win, of course. So we'll see you guys. Find us on Designated Report, the Cowboys and Coffee Podcast, wherever you stream your podcast information.
Love you, Mommy.